What's up, my people? It's your guy, Dynamics, and I'm here with another one of Boss Reactions. Alright, guys, so I got some good ones today. I got one by, I believe this is Slapped Ham. We haven't had one by him in a while, so this should be good. This one is called, let's see, which one do I have? Scary videos that are freaking people out. So this sounds pretty interesting. We're definitely going to check out some Slapped Ham right now. See how this is heading for the reactions. Okay, and as always, I'm going to mention the actual Cash App, which is BOSSREACTZ. That's a money symbol, BOSSREACTZ, and that's with a Z at the end. Definitely feel free to Cash App me any money that can go toward development of the channel. Okay, also merch, we have the Boss hats. We have the chains. You can get these as well too. We got them in gold and silver, and also we have biker gloves on the way if you like biker gloves. You know, like so forth right here. Infinity stones. You know, the Infinity Stones. Yeah. So definitely. All right. So let's get into this first one. Let's go. Whoa! What is that? Oh wow. Let's get into it.
How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more eerie content just like this.
Slapped Ham. Let's get it. What you got for us today?
YouTuber Mario Lara is no stranger to the paranormal. For the most of 2021, he's been posting his experiences with the supernatural to YouTube. His latest encounter seems to be one of the most frightening to date. Mario owns a party supply shop in Mexico. For months, it's been exhibiting some very unsettling and inexplicable events. Items often move without reason, strange whispers can be heard after hours, and ghostly figures have been spotted haunting the shop. Despite its cheery, bright appearance, the premises seems to have a sinister presence lurking within it. Mario has decided to set up some cameras and other equipment in order to get evidence of the shop's...
You know what? I gotta admit, that is some really good CCTV right there. You see that footage? See, this is if you want to have, you know, night vision cameras or, you know, have some security footage or CCTV, whatever, you know, look how clear and crisp that is. You know, I would probably think that the light is really dim in there, or it could just be completely dark, but you know, you can tell that thing can see in the dark. But this is a really nice image for CCTV. I just want to congratulate them for that. Okay.
eerie haunting. In this clip, early in the evening, some strange activity begins to manifest. Watch what one of the cameras caught.
That could have been anything.
Here we can already see things beginning to move as some items fall off the shelf, seemingly all on their own.
That could have been anything. That doesn't mean nothing. Put some items fell off the top of the shelf, so what? And?
Later in the evening, as one of the investigators decides to get some rest on a sofa, something eerie happens in the background.
What? Oh, the TV came on by itself. Okay. Well, someone could have used the remote.
Then, around 30 seconds later, this happens.
Oh. Okay. Now, I don't know. This looks actually somewhat legit to me. And the reason why I think this looks legit is because of the simple fact that most items like tables or things with legs, you know, they usually get pulled like by one corner and then they shift, the whole item just shifts into that one corner is being pulled. This right here, this TV is literally moving like from different angles and moving forward. So it would have to be a lot of different strings pulling this TV for it to move forward, you know, and it's not being pulled by one corner. So that right there is the first time I've seen that. So that is I mean, either it's really good, it's a really good setup, or that's a real entity pulling that TV or pushing it. I don't know. So what, the TV just rolled up on him?
As you can see, the TV slides across the floor towards the sleeping man.
So what, the TV want to watch him, or maybe the TV wants him to watch it? Maybe it's like, hey, I know I'm a tube TV, I'm not a flat screen, but I still got TV shows, you can still watch me. Let me go pull up next to the couch, maybe you'll look at me. I don't know. I mean,
Not long after, the man...
He didn't hear the static. I mean, I could hear the static from the television. I mean, that bright light on your face, and you know that static that's going off. I mean, he didn't hear that. Okay. All right. Let's just keep going.
Was awoken by a loud banging noise. He jumps up and grabs a flashlight. When he notes the position of the TV, he seems perplexed.
That sound heavy. That sounded like a big, heavy metal door. That sounded like it was heavy.
Next, we see footage of the investigator killing some time while playing a PlayStation VR.
PlayStation 4 VR.
As his attention is fixated on the screen, something truly chilling happens in the background. Watch.
Hold on, so was him playing the PlayStation 4 VR like part of like his investigation? Because he is a paranormal ghost hunter, technically. That's why he's there. He's been hired to supposedly search for paranormal activity. And he's playing PS4 VR. I mean, I don't know if that's part of his like tactic to lure the ghost out. Maybe the ghost's like, oh, let me see what your high score is. So can I try? Can I play? I don't know. I mean, I've just never seen a ghost hunter do this before. It's the first. Oh, something in the back over there.
A small, transparent form appears near the back of the room. Only its dark, short hair is distinctly visible as it moves in rapid blurs along the wall, staring at the man.
I don't know. That does look pretty creepy. I'm trying to see if it's CGI. But it is transparent, so you can see hair. I don't know.
When the investigator later attempts to communicate with the entity, he hears strange sounds in response to his questions.
Si estás aquí conmigo, dame una señal, haz un ruido. Yo agradezco mucho. ¿Eres una mujer? Sí, es una mujer. Vuelvo a preguntar, ¿te tiene atada algo a esta?
What?
Ok, eso estuvo fuerte.
These are like some really fast responses from like this paranormal entity. Like he's asking questions and it's like bam, immediately. Bam, break a glass, bam. I don't know.
Demonio que habita este lugar. Me dirijo al demonio.
A camera shows a candle being blown out in an empty room. The investigation team believes that the ghost of a child is dwelling in the store. They theorize that the child's spirit has an attachment to a particular item, a piñata of the Disney princess Moana.
Vamos a ver de los otros lugares donde venía el sonido, porque venía del área de los dulces, donde está la...
Okay, so this doll right here is supposed to be the thing that the paranormal entity is attached to. Okay.
For now, the ghost seems relatively harmless, but no one knows how far it'll go.
Okay, so they think it's the spirit of a child, that child ghost figure we saw earlier over there behind the wall. I'm pretty sure that TV probably weighs more than that child did when it was living, so it has the power to lift heavy objects like that, to throw glass, to bang heavy metal doors. Like, I don't know. I mean, that doesn't make sense, but okay. I mean, technically, that wouldn't be a ghost. That'd be something more along the lines of like a poltergeist, something with a very strong ability to manifest itself in the living world and actually grab and hold heavy things and throw, or at least stories of accounts like poltergeist or demons or something like that. I wouldn't say that's just a ghost, but let's see. Yeah, that TV one, that was real good.
Oh, Struth! It's nearly Halloween. If only Slaptam had some fresh merch to spruce up the spooky holiday season. Fresh
Slaptam merch, guys.
Cryptid All-Stars. A seance gone wrong.
You can go to his YouTube channel and order this.
Looking in the mirror in 40 years after realizing your job has stolen your youthful ambition. Fresh. Buy it now.
The clock is ticking.
Yeah, guys, head over to Slaptam YouTube channel.
This next piece of terrifying footage comes from TikToker Paulina Lara62, who is actually Mario Lara's niece from the previous segment. The footage shows Paulina alone in the back room of the shop where the investigation of the previous segment took place. Take a look at what happened.
Oh, there's a doll on the wall right there. Hold up. Okay, so basically this is a later video of the same building where the hauntings and stuff were happening in that previous video with the little kid ghost. So they're back again, and now the YouTuber has brought his niece. That's the young woman you see there going through the box. I guess they're trying to like set up their equipment, the EMF reader for the ghost, usually like a voice box so they can try and communicate with the ghost, and motion detectors. So if something's not there and it sets off the motion detector, they can prove that there's paranormal activity going on in the area. Yeah, so let's see what happens. Whoa! What? What? Come on. Wait. That could have been a string. That could have been a string. I mean, I don't know. Let's keep watching.
Paulina appears to be dragged across the room by some unseen force. One of her legs is sticking up in the air as she slides.
What? She's gone. She was gone.
To make matters even stranger...
Wait, hold up. I just caught something. What is she doing in the box? I mean, I thought she was looking for equipment, but now that I look at it, she has no real motive to focus on what she's doing inside that box. I don't know. That just literally gave this video fakery. Like, it just went from 1 to 10 just now. Like, what is she doing in the box? It's almost as if this was set up and planned. Like as if she was waiting to be pulled by that string. Look how she's looking through the box. She's not doing nothing. She's picking up items and replacing them back in the box. Literally, just shuffling items around. She's not taking nothing out or doing anything with the items. I don't know. That makes it seem fake to me. Look at
the wall near the doorway where the worker is dragged. This is the Moana Pinata that Mario believes is
we know about the doll. Okay.
The doll's arms and legs are stretched out as if hung from a cross.
Alright.
The doll never moves from its spot on the wall.
What's she doing in the box?
That doesn't stop viewers from speculating that the creepy doll might be to blame.
Look, she's not doing nothing in the box.
In the footage.
She didn't do anything in that box. Hold up. Go back real quick.
Down as if...
Go back real quick. Look at this. We're gonna go back.
This next piece of terrifying footage comes from TikToker.
What is she doing in that box? She's not doing nothing.
It was actually Mario Lara's niece from the previous segment. The footage shows Paulina alone in the back room of a shop where the investigation of the previous segment took place.
What are you doing?
Take a look at what
Nothing.
happened.
Doing nothing in the box. Nothing at all. What is she doing? Nah, bro. I think this is fakery now, just because of this one scene. He should have left his niece out of the video. No, that was just too well scripted. That was
As you
too
can see, Paulina appears to be dragged across the room by some unseen force.
Yeah, string. That was
One
the
of her
unseen
legs
force.
is sticking up in the air as she slides.
Look, but I like how they used the effect of her leg being up while she was being dragged, so it made it seem like, you know, something was picking her up and dragging her. Bro, that slide was too consistent, and she was doing nothing in that box. She just was like, straight across the floor, smooth sailing, just with her leg up like this, going through a box, just shuffling items around, not doing nothing. The doll posted up against the wall. Come on, no, bro. This is good. This is somebody with a good setup mentality. Someone saw that area and imagined, what if I did this? This is a good area to set up. Also, if you notice, when people record like supposed ghost hauntings or paranormal stuff, it's always off camera that things are happening. Like she got pulled into a room where it was out of the view of the camera. So let's say she did go all the way in there. What do we know happened? You know, like how come, especially when things are thrown, you know, things are thrown and they come from an area that you didn't see, or it's off the camera, off the side somewhere. It's a person off to the side somewhere, or a mechanism they're using to move things by themselves or throw things from areas where you can't see. Now, if I see a ghost doing something, then I'm going to say, yeah, that looks real. But if it's coming from an area where there's no view, no actual view or camera lens can reach, it's like anyone could have set that up just to get views on the internet. I mean, okay.
To make matters even stranger, take a look at the wall near the doorway where the worker is dragged.
What?
This is the Moana pinata that Mario believes is haunted. The doll's arms and legs are stretched out as if hung from a cross.
A cross,
the doll
bro?
never moves from its spot on the wall, but that hasn't stopped viewers from speculating that the creepy doll might be to blame for the strange events in the footage.
Really? Nah.
Paulina later posted a photo on her Facebook page that shows just how scary this incident was for her. Hours after her shift ended, her ankle is ringed with a dark black bruise.
Yeah, so that wouldn't be like a normal ghost, right? That'd be something like a poltergeist or something like, you know, a demon, something that has ability to like manifest strongly enough to lift heavy objects. I mean, so the fact that you got bruised like that? Really?
This is an ongoing saga that we'll definitely keep an eye on, and we'll be sure to post updates as they come to hand.
No.
In the meantime, check out Mario Lara's channel
What's she doing
for
in
all
that
his
box?
previous evidence caught on camera. As always, there's links in the description box below.
I think fakery. That is straight fakery right there. I mean, they did pretty good. I mean, for the fakery, I mean, they want to get people to believe in that. You know, I don't know how many chefs he hired in the bakery to go ahead and create this and whip it up, but yeah, I don't think that was real. I think that was a really good set that they put together, and how the strings worked was really good. I mean, it was a good idea, you know. I mean, salute, you know what I'm saying? Good job, but I think it's fakery. On to the next one.
Not many people can claim that they've had an actual alien encounter. Even fewer have abduction stories that experts believe to be credible. According to the Birmingham UFO Group, this footage is one of the rare cases where they believe the victim's claims. It all started when a woman from Droitwich, England confessed to her husband that she believed she'd been abducted by aliens while sleeping. At first, he didn't believe her. He decided to try and put her mind at ease by setting up an infrared camera in their bedroom one night to record them while they slept, hoping that seeing evidence of her peaceful night's rest would be enough to convince her that the extraterrestrials had been nothing but a bad dream. Unfortunately, the video shows something very different from what he expected.
Hold up.
In the clip,
Hold up. Bro, hey, my wife is saying that aliens are visiting her at night. Okay, so let me go out and get some CCTV. Now, I understand you went out to get CCTV, but you didn't say you were going to stop by the Hers potato chip factory and get a bag of potatoes, because that's all this is. You didn't get a camera or CCTV, you got a bag of potatoes. And you sat that up on the dresser facing your wife, and you had it record for you. This is potato footage. That's what it looks like. Someone claimed that aliens are visiting them, and you're going to give us footage with this type of camera? Like, we're supposed to believe this? I'm not going to call it fakery just yet. Let's keep watching the potato footage. I'll try and look past the potato. I'll try.
you can see the couple sleeping peacefully under a white duvet. A few seconds into the footage, the duvet rises above the sleeping woman. When it falls back down, it falls all the way to the mattress. The woman appears to be gone.
How you going to sit there and have potato footage talking about the couple in bed? You can't even tell if it's a couple in that bed. That could be a balloon or inflation device or something like that. And I don't know. Maybe they deflated it and it lost air and went down. Made it look like it moved. You know what I'm saying? Bro, what? And when she just disappeared, what if she got teleported, beam me up Scotty to the alien spaceship in the middle of the night? Alright, let's keep going.
According to the timestamp, the footage is sped up. Approximately 12.5 minutes later, the duvet billows up into the air, even higher this time.
That's the device.
When it falls back down, it lands on a prone body. It appears the woman is again peacefully asleep in her bed. The next morning, she once again claims to have been abducted in the night. The footage seems to confirm it. UFO investigator Dave Hodrian contacted the woman in the footage to further look into the events that were caught on camera. Hodrian sent the video off to 2 separate video analysis experts who were at a loss to explain what the clip showed. The woman in the footage, who wishes to remain anonymous, claims to have been abducted by aliens on 2 separate occasions.
I'm trying to understand something, right? So if you've been abducted by aliens, right, that's pretty serious, right? That's like some, that's like world changing. That's not just life changing. That'd change the entire world, right? If that was actually proven true, right? Why would you want to be kept anonymous? Why would you want to hide that fact? Like, I'm being kidnapped by, a bunch of Star Trek individuals, and I don't want to say nothing about it, I'm trying to keep that, just between me and the aliens and my husband, so I don't want no one else to know, but I'm going to send the slapped ham, so he can go ahead, actually, no, we're going to post it on YouTube, but we don't want nobody to know, though. We want to stay anonymous, I'm not really trying to get help or anything like that. I just want you to see the video so you can like and subscribe it. Right. So that's what it is then, right? That's what it is. You just want views. You don't care if you got abducted by aliens. What? The government? I mean, wouldn't she get more famous if she actually told the news media outlets and told the government or the local authorities? She would get more famous that way. Why take that evidence, that crucial evidence of aliens, and just put it on YouTube? And then have people like Slapped Ham and Dynamics react to it. Why? You know why? Because it's probably fakery. That's why.
The first incident occurred on the 3rd of December 2010.
I don't know how they did it.
At 1 a.m, the woman got up to check on her daughters in bed. When she walked past a window, she noticed a strange disc-shaped object floating above the field adjacent to their home.
Okay.
The object began to glow and came closer to the house.
Okay.
At this point, the woman claims that she felt like the object was observing her, and that a strange feeling of calm washed over her, and strangely, she just went back to bed.
Okay.
Later in the night, the woman felt like she was no longer in her own bedroom. It felt like she was naked, lying on an unfamiliar hardened surface in a darkened room.
This is always the same story with abductions. They always say the same thing. I was here one second, and then the next second I was laying on some metal bed, and I was surrounded by what looked like doctors, but they had really big heads and skinny necks and these really big black eyes. And they started dissecting me and taking readings, and it's always the same story when it comes to alien abductions. Really. I mean, who knows? It may be true, but I just don't. What has me discredit this whole story is the fact that her and her husband posted it on YouTube and did not bring it to like actual mass media or any other outlet. I mean, it didn't make it like they didn't blast it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that. Weird.
Her eldest daughter was said to be kneeling beside her. She leaned in and whispered, "Mum, it's all right, don't worry. It's your turn, Mum. Don't be scared. They're not going to hurt you." Suddenly, she felt like she was floating down a tunnel of some kind. At this point, she was paralyzed and could only move her eyes. She could sense that there were several small beings standing around her.
What I say?
It felt like these beings were able to talk directly in her mind. They reassured her that no harm would come to her. The woman recalls several invasive experiments happening to her before suddenly waking up back in her own bed. She was naked, with her nightgown strewn on the floor some distance away. Frightened, she woke her husband up to explain what had happened. The following morning, the woman felt sharp pains in her lower abdomen near her ovaries, as well as an aching finger on her left hand. In the subsequent days, the woman became anxious about sleeping. It got so bad that her husband decided to install the infrared camera in their bedroom, which brings us to the footage we just saw.
Okay.
On the night this footage was captured, the woman recalls a buzzing feeling happening in her head before being taken to a room filled with the small beings once again. One of the beings began moving its hands over and around the woman's body, but not touching her directly, keeping about an inch or two away. Again, as if by telepathy, the being communicated, reporting a series of ailments that the woman suffered from, such as a stomach ulcer in her lower abdomen. Moments later, the woman felt a familiar rushing sensation, as though floating down a tunnel or corridor. Without quite realizing it, it was the morning after.
Okay, so the aliens traveled billions of gazillions of trillions of miles of light years, I should say, to come to Earth so they can come meet this woman and give her an hospital operation in their spaceship because she had a stomach ulcer. And they also teleported. They beamed me up, Scotty, her daughter. Okay, and then they beam me down, Scotty, back to her bed, naked. I mean, I guess the story has some credibility because they have that potato footage with the bed. You see the inflation of the blanket, and then it deflates and it goes back down. So it's just like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, let's just keep watching.
In the mirror, she noticed that she had 2 asymmetrical bruises around her lower belly. Certain that something strange had happened, the woman and her husband checked the security footage and were stunned at what they saw. The footage seemed to prove that she was abducted and removed from her bed for a period of time.
If it was like, teleportation, like how they do on like Star Trek, when they beam you up and all that stuff, they beam you to other places and planets and all that stuff, it's kind of like, I always thought it was faster, like the way they show us, the way I perceived it, on TV and stuff like that. But that just like, she like evaporated. No, kind of. I mean, she kind of sunk into the bed. I don't know. That could have been a balloon, as far as I'm concerned. But anyway.
This case is far grander in scope than what we've been able to cover here. To read Dave Hodrian's full report on the incident, I'll put a link to the Birmingham UFO Group's website in the description box below.
I want to say fakery. I really want to say fakery. I mean, I'm just okay. I'm just gonna let that one go. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm pretty sure that something. If this is really that big of a story, we're going to hear about it again. It's going to somehow come across the waves, across my desk, or something like that eventually. So, yeah, I'm just going to call that. I don't know. All right, we're just going to leave it at that. That they do have footage. The footage can't be explained, but at the same time, there could be some serious fakery. Yeah. So, all right.
Strange things can happen in the dark of night, such as the bizarre events recorded and shared to TikTok by user Tracy Perez 408. The footage was recorded on an indoor security camera mounted near the ceiling of their bedroom. At the start of the video, we see a man asleep on the bed. Immediately, the footage becomes strange when something small and black seems to run across the floor and under the bed.
What was that? What?
30 seconds later, a sinister-looking hand reaches into the room and slides down the door jamb.
Let me see this. A hand?
Not long after the hand appears, the door slowly creaks open.
Don't tell me it's going to pull him off the bed.
After a few more seconds, an unidentified object suddenly rolls into the doorway, crashing into the foot of the bed.
Okay, here we go with these items that's happening out of view and off camera. That already started. I'm leaning toward the fakery. Slowly leaning toward it. Okay.
Things take a terrifying turn when the man in the bed begins to move.
I don't know that was going to happen. Right.
The man awakens in a panic and tosses a pillow at his sleeping roommate. Seconds later, something strange happens to the chair in the middle of the room. With so many strange little details happening in this clip, there's been a plethora of theories suggested in the comments section. Some believe that the whole thing's a prank, perhaps orchestrated by another roommate. However, the moving chair, the creepy hand, and strange crawling black thing have left a lot of viewers on edge, suggesting that some kind of entity might be haunting this house.
I mean,
So
like, like, what was the ghost trying to do? Like, so what the ghost was trying to take his pants down or something? Yo, I don't know. I've seen too many stories like this where they be sleeping and the legs go in the air and the legs get pulled to the side. Like, bro, I think it's fakery. This is fakery. This is straight up fakery.
Is it prank or haunting? Let me know in the comment section down below.
Nah.
TikToker Fernando Victoroli has uploaded some footage that has left viewers thoroughly creeped out. The footage was recorded during a night shift at a train station. We see two railroad workers walking alongside the tracks as the TikToker walks behind them, recording the train as they walk past it. See if you can spot anything weird as they walk along. They don't seem to notice that they've caught something strange in their footage. Pay close attention to the train's windows. You may just see a creepy face staring back at you.
Oh, come on.
The face at first is difficult to make out through the dark window. It's white with dark sunken eyes. It appears for only a moment before the night shift worker moves on down the tracks, blissfully unaware that they're being watched by something.
What if it just was a real person on the train and just like maybe like an elderly woman who forgot to get off at her stop? What if it was a real person? I mean, it looked pretty materialistic to me. Okay.
Obviously, it's very late at night and the train is parked at the depot, so there's no reason for anyone to be on board. Could this be a simple case of pareidolia, the brain's tendency to see faces in inanimate objects? Or is there something more sinister at play here?
I mean, just because the train is parked at the depot, I mean, how long was it at the depot? You know, was it like a temporary park? I mean, somebody literally just could have got left on the train. And the conductor or whoever, the ticket man, whoever checks each car when he goes through, maybe he just missed her. Or maybe he just didn't do his job. Maybe he just got off the train and let it park at depot, and maybe the woman's just sitting in there like, hello? So if she wasn't a ghost when it parked at the depot, I mean, she soon will be. If no one comes and opens those doors.
Take a closer look at the footage and draw your own conclusions. Just quickly, before we take a look at our last piece of creepy footage, remember to caress that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications.
Subscribe, like.
That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos.
Definitely.
And
Same
a
for
completely free way
BOSSREACTZ.
to support our channel is to pulverize that thumbs up button there.
Yes, sir.
When you're having a bad day, you might feel like a dark cloud is hanging over you. However, unlike the man in this footage from Tech World TV, you probably don't have any proof on film. The footage shows an older man walking across a busy street.
What?
Watch what happens. There appears to be a strange black mass hovering just behind him as he walks, almost as if a shadow figure is perched on his back.
Yeah.
The man seems to take no notice of this bizarre shadow that seems to be tightly attached to him.
This looks fake. I'm just going to straight get to it. I ain't even going to play around with this. It just looks fake because, first off, it looks like someone placed it there and they hovered it over the back of this man. And, yeah, it's just transparent. That's all it is. Humanoid upper body shape of a shadow that's transparent, and they're trying to keep it in tune with the man moving. I think this is fakery. Already. In the bakery. Get up, stay away from me.
Some viewers have suggested that the dark shadow could actually be some sort of protective spirit,
No.
as the man walks across the busy road easily without being injured by oncoming traffic.
In that country, people walk in the streets all the time. They don't. It's not like America where we stop at stoplights. You know, I mean, people do jaywalk in America, but like in a lot of these other countries, like in the Eastern Hemisphere, they just walk in the street. It could be cars and bikes going down the street and everything. They just walk right through between all of them. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? This is like one of those countries. All those drivers saw that man a mile away. They knew they weren't going to hit him. They knew he was going to keep moving at the pace he was going, and they see it all the time, just like that old man sees it all the time. They just avoided him, that's all. I mean, what dark shadows? Someone got that on video and was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and put this on the internet and add a shadow to it. Right. Fakery.
So is this just an ordinary shadow, a shadow person, or some sort of guardian angel? Let us know what you think in the comment section down below.
Okay, Slaptam, you know it's fake, Slaptam. Why would you even... Alright, so yeah, that was Slaptam right there. He gave us some good ones. That last one was... that was by far straight up fake, the biggest fakery. I mean, the first video with the little child ghost and the woman that got pulled by her leg, that was fakery too, I believe, but it was good fakery. You know what I'm saying? It was the kind of fakery that's entertaining. Like, you know, that was really entertaining. I like that fakery. You know, but that last one he did for number one, he should have reversed those. He should have had the guy walking across the street as the first video and the girl and that little kid ghost at the very number one. That would have been better. But anyway, they were good videos. I mean, the last one was, number one was pretty obvious that happens all the time in that city or whatever street that was. old people probably walk in the street all the time and avoid cars, or cars avoid them. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it was good. Okay, all right, I got another one. Still kind of early, so let's go ahead and get how about Sir Spooks? I don't think I've ever reacted to any of Sir Spooks videos on this channel. All right, here we go. Sir Spooks.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 5 scary videos to watch if you dare. In this video published to Facebook by a man named Mitch Kuhn, we see dashcam footage of him driving late at night or very early in the morning, and for the first few seconds everything seems to be going perfectly fine. But out of nowhere, this happens.
What was that? What? What is that supposed to be? What is that? All right, look. All right, so there were some videos that came out a few years ago where cars supposedly was crossing by people walking or barely being hit, across the middle of a highway, fast-moving highway, or off to the side of the road, dressed in like all white and such like that. And I guess it became popular. Everyone in the paranormal YouTube part of the world was like, "Oh, there's a ghost in the highway that died on the highway." They walk in the middle of the highway and relive being hit by a vehicle. Now you see videos all the time where all of a sudden, once one video goes viral, there's a bunch of other videos coming out where these weird people things or bipedal, I don't know, creatures are walking across a fast highway. Really? You want me to believe that's real? And and it's very small. How small is that? Like, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Is that like a little robot they get dressed up and it was like, hey, let's just walk it across the street real close to a car? Matter of fact, the people recording this probably in on it. They probably the ones that put that little thing together and had it walk across the highway very, very slow. Like, oh, what was that? This is fakery. I'm just going to call it right now.
There are only a few comments on this video, but all of them are in agreement that whatever was walking across the road seemed very creepy. One commenter points out that this figure has a shadow, meaning that it probably isn't faked or edited.
That's another excuse these ghost hunters see. Ghost hunters done learned how to fake everybody out. They be in the bakery thinking hard, like, what we going to add to this fakery? How we going to make people believe this is real bakery? It's not. It's fake. First off, they said that one of the viewers said the object has a shadow. Now, okay, if I sit here and create a puppet and put it together and put some batteries up in it, and I know a little bit about hinges and mechanics, and I go ahead and put some screws in this thing and bolts, and I make it look like it can move a little bit, and then say, oh, look, it has a shadow. You think someone couldn't have built that? You think someone couldn't? I could build that. Why would somebody else build it with extensive, knowledge in how to build, puppets or mechanical, objects or mechanisms? I'm like, come on, bro. That's not hard. Place it in the street, draw past. Oh, it had a shadow. It's real. It wouldn't have a shadow if it was real. If it didn't have a shadow, you be saying it's a ghost. I mean, bro, it's fakery.
And if it is, the person that did so had to have done a terrific job.
What is that?
But if this is real, then what is this figure? Is it a ghost, or is it something else entirely?
It looked like a freaking...
Let me know what you think in the comments.
Bro, what the... It's like they didn't even try. It's like just took a bunch of paper and just taped it all up and just was like, all right, have it walk across the street now. Probably like a remote control car on the bottom of it. They probably controlling it with a little remote control car, having to move forward slowly. Come on, bro, this is fake. It had a shadow. It had a shadow, guys. But I got a shadow. See, I got a shadow. See my shadow? I got a shadow too. Am I real?
Always say that you're supposed to be extremely quiet while you're in the library, so you do not disturb the quiet and bother everybody else around you.
but as you will soon see in this video, this particular library didn't really follow its own rules. The library in question is the Safety Harbor Public Library located in Florida. The footage, which was filmed at 5:36 a.m., creeped out the employees and owners of the library because of what happens during the recording. Take a look.
Okay, let's see. What creeped out the staff in this library? So curious about this. Let's see.
A lot of people in the comments seem to be convinced that this video is indeed real, although of course it is possible that this was faked, or nothing more than a loose book finally falling off the shelves. But it is also possible that this book flew off the shelf as a result of an unseen otherworldly visitor.
Hold up. Okay. I think that was just legit physics right there. Like, I think whoever was on the other side of that bookshelf, or whatever the case may be, whoever it was had access to the CCTV, so this probably wasn't like a one-time occurrence. They probably sat there all night just pushing that book, and just hoping that eventually so many chances would happen that eventually it will land upright like that. Like if I sit there and try and throw a dart and I miss the target and I keep throwing the dart, if I try 1,000 times, eventually I'm going to hit it, right? I mean, one of them are going to hit at least, or at least it betters my chances. So if I sit there and just keep pushing that book, watching it fall, pick it up, push it, pick it up until eventually I get it to land upright, I'll go and get a hold of the CCTV footage, right, in the security office, take it home, put it in my software, edit the video up, and just take that scene where the book flipped out and landed upright and say, hey, that was a ghost. Fakery.
A man on YouTube going by the username CycleSocial is relaxing in a boat and fishing, and is trying to enjoy the warm sunny day outside. For a while he's doing exactly that. He seems to have no worries in the world, but that soon changes when he begins to hear something utterly creepy and unexplainable. Take a look and have a listen.
Those birds freaked out. What the hell is that noise?
Oh, sound like seagulls.
I'm going over there. I need to hear whatever the hell's happening over there.
What is that? It sounds like a seagull or something.
Hey, do y'all hear that screaming? Is that something I should be, like, worried about?
Oh, yeah, that's a person. I don't know. Was it coming out of that drain thing right there, or what? And the other kayakers was like, I'm good. I'm just keep going.
Whew. I think my day's about to be ruined.
My day about to be ruined. This guy turns out to be Black Ops.
Are you okay?
Why would he yell? Why did he just go up there and go look?
The man proceeds to row the boat
Okay.
towards where he thinks the source of the sound was coming from.
Okay, hold up. You hear all that screaming, right? Now, I don't know if this is fakery. Somebody could have just put somebody up to it and had them screaming like something crazy was going on and just was like, hey, I can pretend like I was kayaking and just pull up on shore and act like I'm looking for it, and then it stops. Or it could have been a real situation. This could have been a real case, and maybe the police investigated it. I don't know. I mean, we got to watch the rest of the story, but I don't know. So far, I don't know. Let's see.
But strangely, he's unable to find anything whatsoever. Eventually, he calls the police, but when they arrive, they are unable to find anything or anybody in the vicinity that was screaming. Interestingly, one commenter says that at one point it sounds like the woman is saying, "They're killing me," in Spanish. If this was genuinely a woman in danger, we can only hope that she got the help she so desperately needed before it was too late.
I don't know. I didn't even recognize that it was Spanish. It sounded like somebody was just screaming, but I guess it could have been in a different language. It was kind of like erratic the way the voice was coming out. The police said they didn't find anything in the area, So did he hear like a ghost from the past and maybe that got hurt out there and it was screaming? I don't know. That's an I don't know situation. Yeah.
Chris from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is back at it again, and this time he's exploring an old abandoned school called the Central Academy, which is said to be quite haunted. But of course, seeing as how Chris has done this type of thing before, he decides to go in and have a look to see if there's anything of interest. Just 2 minutes into the investigation, while nearing the school's locker room, something very chilling happens that Chris doesn't seem to notice.
Okay, and what is that supposed to be?
A little while later, while exploring a dark and dreary hallway, something very similar happens that is equally terrifying.
Okay, so this is supposed to be the building of the shadows, obviously. So, I don't know. I mean, it is abandoned. It is old. There's been a lot of accounts of people saying they saw shadow people. I even mentioned in a few episodes on my earlier boss reaction videos where I even seen, these sort of shadow creatures in the woods traveling home some nights. So, I think it's some realism to it. I mean, but like I said, this could be fakery. I don't know.
At this point in the investigation, Chris hasn't noticed anything happening whatsoever, but is continuing to look around nonetheless. Just as he nears his final minutes of investigating, he experiences a few more chilling things before he can exit. Listen to this.
I need more proof than that. That was off camera. So you're telling me the guy Chris right here, right? The YouTuber, paranormal investigator. Sorry, they like to be called investigators. You telling me that you went to this abandoned, I don't know what, a school or something like that, or building, whatever, by yourself in the middle of the night? I mean, I kind of highly doubt that. I mean, unless you just got like the balls of steel, you just don't care, But I mean, 9 times out of 10, he went out there with a friend. An investigator is not going to go by himself. Normally, they have some sort of a partner, and the partner's off somewhere to the side or somewhere in the building making noise. You never meet this partner. He's always secretly with him whenever he goes and does his investigations. Because no normal, sane person is going to go into a place that's believed to be haunted in the middle of the night looking for dark or supernatural entities. Come on. I mean, really? But like I said, no, he could have balls of steel. Maybe he does. I don't know. Let's see. Right. Look, really, someone just threw something that close at you, and you're just like, man, like, come on, bro. Like, trying to record this ghost over here. Like, really? No. He could be on something. I mean, most of these paranormal, like, investigators and such like that, most of them are, like, around, like, in their 20s. They could just be getting high. Like, you know what? I'm going to go do this ghost investigation and go see what I can get. Maybe that's not why they're not scared. I don't know. I mean, but it's not normal. That's what I will say. The reaction they're giving.
As mentioned earlier, it doesn't seem that Chris noticed anything watching him from behind the pillars and windows. But if you look closely, you can make out what appears to be some sort of mysterious shadow figure keeping a close eye on him. One thing is for sure, when he reviewed the footage later on, he definitely had quite the scare awaiting him.
I mean, it looked legit. I'll say that. It did look legit. I mean, it wouldn't be too easy to put a shadow behind a door window like that and then have it, like, move without some sort of an effect, malfunction or something going on. You have to be really good. And the footage did look off, like, like close to the original at least. It looked like it was HD quality from a distance. And when it's close up, you can see the pixels. Kind of like, so. I don't know. It could have been real paranormal activity. I'm not going to call it fakery. I'm going to probably say that's the realest one I've seen all night so far. All night, that was probably the realest looking one I've seen all night. So, here's number one. Like I said, this is the first time I've reacted or hosted a video from Sir Spooks, a YouTuber Sir Spooks. So, let's see his reaction for number one, and hopefully he ends it off good, or at least legit. Let's see. Or at least if it looks legit.
You may remember a while ago on the channel, I featured a chilling video on TikTok by the user DinoNugget741, and now it seems as if he is back with yet another terrifying piece of footage to show the world. The uploader says he has a haunted basement and is going downstairs to investigate, probably because he may have just heard some sort of noise coming from within it, prompting his curiosity to get the better of him. When he goes to look a little bit further into the situation, he stumbles upon something horrifying.
Come on, man. Shit.
Wait, so is he like trying to sage the place? Because I noticed he has, like, he's blowing like some sort of incense or something, or whatever that is in his hand. I know, and some people believe that they call it saging. If they sage a location with sort of incense and I guess pray in certain areas of the location, supposedly it like warns like evil spirits not to like come in that area, so kind of like pushes them away. So I don't know. I mean, everyone has their own little, like, gimmick. I won't call it a gimmick, but they have their own little ritual that they do to ward off evil spirits, So, I mean, I've heard of saging before, but honestly, it just takes you just strongly believing in the physical realm and just basically letting whatever evil entity around you know that you don't want it around you. That's really all you have to do, is have a good, strong mentality. And yeah, if it still manifests, then you might need to get God in your life. Okay.
I know, but I'm not afraid, man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Get the drop on him. Come on, Bugsy. Go around the back of the house and catch him. Throw some sage at him.
Come on out, man.
Matter of fact, call Shaggy. Get Scooby-Doo. Yeah. They always carry sage. They always smoking it too. So Shaggy always look like that. So his eyes always low. Smoking sage.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Really?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Alright, so this man went downstairs in the basement. Like he got the drop on him. Like he would Scooby-Doo with Shaggy. And woman, start hearing this woman start making noise, which did not sound like it was paranormal. It sounded like a real person using their lungs, the air out of their lungs, a woman, probably his girlfriend or his wife or something like that, making this noise like she's like as an invisible person down there screaming, right? And then like he goes to go back upstairs when the door slams shut. But it was off camera, right? Remember I told you things is off camera? That's off to the side. This is a high chance it's fakery. It really is. But this was funny. At least this might be fakery, but it was comical, so it was entertaining. And because of that, I'm gonna give Sir Spooks his prop for this video. But I believe it is fakery. Oh wait, something down there. Wait, did we see that the first time? Did we see somebody standing there like that? That looked like a real person.
The enhanced image of the figure on the bottom right corner of the screen, you can tell that this figure is definitely some sort of shadow person or creature.
That is not a shadow person. That is a person wearing all black. And their skin is pale. It's just that they're in the dark. And what little light source there is making their eyes glow because of the reflection of little light that is shining down there. Now, I didn't see this the first time. I did not see this person when he first opened the door up. So maybe it was there. I didn't see it. I don't know.
Lurking inside this basement. Whereas most people would be too scared to investigate after seeing it, this guy proceeds to look around the basement, and as you saw, proceeds to get closed in as the door shuts on him while ascending the staircase.
Alright, now Sir Spooks is saying that he saw the figure and started walking toward it. That thing didn't act like a ghost. It stepped off like a normal person with weight in his body. You don't see that step off right there? It shifted his weight over to the left leg, and then it pressed off over to his right leg. That's a person move. That's a living being moving like that. A ghost would have just been like that little ghost boy in the first video we did a reaction to. That's how supposedly ghosts move. They're in a different plane. They're in a different world. They don't move like people. That right there shifted weight to the left and stepped off and shifted weight to the right. That is a living being right there. That's a human being wearing all black with his hands in his pocket. Some sort of black jacket. Fakery. I told you.
Hopefully this guy doesn't have to deal with more ghosts in the near future.
That's his girl. Or his wife or something. They look like they might be a little bit older. That's his house.
And that was 5 scary videos to watch if you dare. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if...
That was the best video right there. The one where he was in the abandoned school. That probably was the only one that looked like it had some credibility. All the other videos Sir Spooks gave, like I said, were most likely fakery. I mean, that last one especially, with the whole going down in the basement and the door closing. He probably got some kids with her too. The kids was the ones that slammed the door, upstairs to make it look like he got trapped. And then the wife was just downstairs wearing all black. She stepped off and hid probably under the staircase. So when he came around, we didn't see nobody in the basement with the camera. He up there like, oh, okay. Little Susie, he got upstairs, his daughter, she went up and slammed the door like he trapped, and then the video cut. It didn't continue. He wasn't in the basement freaking out like, oh my God, the ghost got me. The Shaggy, Scooby, come save me. I got some Scooby snacks here. No, none of that happened. It just cut. Video was over. He played that with his family. He just trying to put it on the internet. He trying to get them views. Fakery. All right, so let's go ahead and let Sir Spooks finish up with his outro. Definitely go over to his YouTube channel, subscribe to him too, like and subscribe.
If you did, then subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Alright. Boom. That's a creepy looking house right there. Holy crap. Yeah, so alright guys, alright, so there you go. I'm gonna leave it there. We're gonna cut the video. We at our hour mark right now, so you know, I try to give you some good stuff. I mean, I would say we probably wasn't more along the lines of realism when it came to Paranormal Entity tonight, but we did get some good entertaining videos. I will say that. You know, I saw like maybe one or two videos that really caught my attention. It just had me like, wow, you know, that could have been a real thing. You know, it could be real. But nonetheless, you know, it was still a good show. I liked it. You know, so definitely. All right. Alright guys, so that was another good one of Boss Reactions. I brought Slapped Ham and I brought Sir Spooks. These are really two good YouTubers right here. They're also good with the paranormal, unexplained, and mysterious as well too. Definitely go over, like, and subscribe to their channels. I have the link in the description or in the bio. Definitely, and also don't forget to like and subscribe Boss Reactions. Just go ahead and hit that bell icon on the side as well so you get any future updates or any new videos come out that I drop for the channel itself. If you want to get in contact with me, maybe you have videos that you want to recommend that I can go ahead and react to, just go to the About section on the Boss Reactions YouTube channel, and you'll see contact information there, phone number, email, and just send a message and just let me know, or send a link to the video you think might be worth reacting to, and I'll take a look at it, and if I deem it worthy, I'll go ahead and I'll react to it within one of my upcoming videos. Okay, okay, so we're going to leave it there. I'll be seeing you guys next time, and as always, boss up.